Hi, Juan.
Hi,
How are you?
mm, I'm doing well, thank you. What about you?
Very good. Excellent. I'm doing good. Just been working all day. And yeah, that's about it. Are you feeling better?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very good. So
Yeah.
no more symptoms really? You're feeling like back
Just
to
stop.
normal?
Just stopping.
Just coughing. Yeah, that's pretty normal. Very good. How was work today?
It was a hard day.
Oh yeah?
Actually, I how you say the last time, I'll
Uh-huh.
be back to work again.
The last time I was at work or the last
No,
time.
the phrase when you need to go, when you need to back to work again. I need to after this call. I will start to work
Working
again.
again. Mhm.
Working again.
Wow, and why is that?
Because we have a lot of tasks.
Oh,
So
wow. And so there's not like a you start at this time and then you end at this time. It's just kind of.
usually we start at 8 a.m. and finish 6 p.m.
Mhm.
But lately we need to work 2 extra hours every day.
Oh,
Almost
wow.
it's the same. On,
And
Sa- on weekends it's the same. On weekends you can decide the number of hours.
oh, wow. And do you get paid for that? Do you get paid for the
Yeah,
extra time?
they are paying us.
Very good. That's good. As long as you're getting paid, right? Because
Mhm.
that would not be good if they were paying you. Very good.
Exactly.
Excellent. And so when you say it was difficult, you mean in the sense of there's just a lot to do, or the things that you need to do are a little bit more like complex?
Both actually, both.
Interesting. Wow. And does it make you feel a little, since you probably still have COVID, does it make you feel a little
Mhm.
like exhausted?
Yeah, a little bit because it's not the same when you are at the end percent
Uh-huh.
working. It's not the same when you are a little sick.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit more tough to push through. Oh, well, I hope it goes smoothly and that you get it finished quickly. Very good. So how much longer of work do you think you'll need to do tonight? Like a couple more
Until
hours or.
8, no, just 2 hours, 2 more hours after this call.
Okay, very good. That's not too bad. It's about the same time. Yeah, I'll be done at 9 my time, which is your 8 your time. So we'll probably be finished at the same time.
how many how many hours do you work usually?
Usually I book about 10 hours of classes a day.
10
Yeah.
hours. Okay.
Mhm. So I go from like 7:30 in the morning until 12:30, and then I have a break, and then I do 2. It depends. Every day changes, but 2 to 6 sometimes, and then or 2 to 5, and then 6 to 9
Do you do
sometimes. But
exercise?
I haven't been lately because I've been working so much. But I'm about to change my schedule. So after this
Uh,
coming week,
what
I'm
about
going to
your
change my schedule.
your foods? Healthy foods?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I try to. I'm not strict. I don't like I can only have salads or something like that. I'm not really strict, but I eat a pretty healthy diet. Yeah. Or I think so. Or
Okay.
a balanced diet. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
hmm
And what about you? Do you feel like you eat pretty healthy?
No, usually
No.
we
Okay.
we eat or we have eat. How you say used?
Usually we eat or we
Usually
used to.
we used to we used to
We
eat bad or yeah bad
Uh-huh.
things like hamburger, tacos,
Uh-huh.
uh, potatoes or fries.
Potatoes.
How we say the fried
French
potatoes?
French
French
fries
French fries.
or
Uh,
fries. Mhm.
our wings.
Mhm.
uh, on weekends overall. Mhm. But
Mhm.
for the diet, for my wife, for the because she's pregnant. Now we are eating more healthy.
Oh, cool. Very good. And what does more healthy mean for you guys? Like what types of foods? Like more vegetables or trying to eat
More
more?
vegetables, more
Mhm.
vegetables. What is the word for lentejas? Como leguminosas.
Uh-huh. Those are lentils.
Mhm.
Lentils.
Lentils,
Mhm.
lentils.
I love
Uh,
lentils. Mhm.
what is lettuce?
Lettuce?
Lettuce,
Like
lettuce, lettuce,
lechuga?
lechuga,
Lettuce?
exactly.
Mhm.
Lettuce.
Uh-huh.
Nopales.
Nopales? What is it?
Mhm. No, you don't know what is nopales?
Mm-mm. What is that?
Can you
Nopales.
look up that?
I'll look it up. Nopales?
Yeah,
I don't know
together,
how to spell it.
nopales.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not spelling it right. Nopales. Oh, I'm not spelling it right. I'm not sure. I'm sorry.
Or just
Nopales.
nopales.
Oh, it doesn't. I guess that's what it's called. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna look at it right now. Nopales. Oh, it's cactus.
It's the cactus.
Cactus. Yeah,
Cactus.
but
But
it's
in
the
Mexico, it's very
leaf.
popular and is
Uh-huh.
the people say is healthy.
Oh, cool. Is it delicious? Does it taste good?
Actually, I didn't like a lot this
Oh, you
this
don't like it?
this
Uh-huh.
cactus, but it is if you mix this cactus with other foods,
Can't
not
really taste.
how you say the flavor is not bad.
Yeah, you don't notice it. It's a neutral, it's very it doesn't have a strong flavor, right? It's kind of a
Uh-huh.
neutral type of taste. Yeah. So there's no it's not that it doesn't have flavor, but it's not a very strong flavor, right? It's a
Mhm.
neutral taste. It probably does have the texture though, is you can probably ha- notice the texture, right?
But also, I am eating this my
Ooh, a muffin or a cupcake. Mhm.
yeah for my coffee.
Yummy.
But yeah,
That's okay
in the
though.
morning, like, I didn't. I how to say I have not eaten.
Yeah, I have not eaten
Hmm.
since this morning.
Could you repeat?
So I said I have not eaten since this morning.
Exactly. I have not
S-
eaten since it morning.
Since this morning. Let me write it for you. Wow, you haven't? You didn't eat lunch today?
No, no. What? Could you repeat?
¿No has comido almuerzo hoy?
No. Yeah, two,
Oh,
two,
okay.
two foods. Or
Ah,
my breakfast, my lunchtime, and now I'm waiting the dinner, the dinner lunch.
okay. Okay, so we should say I haven't eaten since lunch. Mhm.
Okay, but I was talking just about this.
Mhm.
No me lo he comido aún. How do you say that?
I didn't eat my muffin this morning,
I
or I
didn't
haven't.
eat my muffin.
Mhm. Mhm. Very good.
But
Excellent.
that muffin, it was for my coffee in the morning. But
Ah.
my wife, she gave me sincronizadas. I don't know what is the word in English. Like
¿Otra vez?
sincronizadas is tortilla
Ah, okay.
with what is jamon,
Ham.
ham,
Mhm.
okay, ham and avocado
Mhm.
and cheese.
Ooh, yum. That sounds delicious. So you were kind of full, and so you didn't eat your muffin, right?
Uh-huh, exactly. That's why.
Wow. Very good. I do that too. We usually in the morning we eat like
Yeah.
yogurt with some oatmeal and fruit, and then we always have a boiled egg. but I always save my boiled egg for like a snack for
No,
later.
I forgot to
Hmm.
take my pill. Or how you say?
Your
Me pastillas,
pills,
pills.
pills.
Se me
Hmm.
olvidó. I forgot.
Oh, you can take it if you need to take it right now. I was
No,
going to
tomorrow.
show you. So I have
Actually,
actually, uh-huh, uh-huh.
I I don't want anymore.
Oh, you don't want to take it anymore.
I don't want to take it anymore. Now
Uh-huh.
I
I
think it's
don't
enough.
want to take it anymore. Hmm.
Or
Very
maybe
good.
after this go, just this the jarabe and
Yeah,
propofol.
you should probably still take that just to help with the coughing and the congestion in your
Yeah,
chest.
I don't
Hmm.
want to take a lot of this because it's
Uh-huh.
paracetamol and I
Uh-huh.
think it's not healthy for your body.
Yeah, it can be if you take it excessively. I feel like I take ibuprofen sometimes a little too much, and it says that it's bad for your liver. So it's not good to take it, but
Yeah.
sometimes I'd still take it.
Before
Mhm.
this, on Saturday and on Sunday, I took
Mhm.
other pill,
I took. Mhm.
Desenfriol de, me parece.
Yeah, so you took other type of pills that are they more
Yeah,
natural or like not as strong or something?
it's similar
Oh, okay.
uh,
Okay.
with
Mhm.
paracetamol as well. So that's why I said, oh, it's enough. I don't need
Yeah.
it anymore.
I don't need it anymore. Perfect. Uh-huh. Exactly. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. That's a relief, right? With working and
Mhm.
stuff. So that's good. But what I was saying with the nopales, or I think
Okay.
nopales, I have had so I haven't had the actual like leaf of the cactus, the green,
Mhm.
but I have eaten the tuna, the prickly pear.
Okay. Tuna.
Yeah. I really like these. I do like
Okay.
these a lot,
You
but I've
can
never had them.
you can search foods with nopales.
Yeah, I
You
need
can
to
eat
look.
nopales with eggs, with
Yeah.
beans, with lentils.
Lentils. Uh-huh. It looks delicious.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try it. Now you're making me want to try it. So I'm going to. Very good.
Okay.
Okay. Juan, do you want to continue with our business slides?
Okay. Mhm.
Super. So
Or
we left off here. We didn't do this last idiom. So we can finish with this last idiom and then go to our next slide, okay?
you repeat?
So we are going to read this last idiom
Mm-hmm.
and go over it because we only did to get down to business and show of hands. So we'll do this idiom, this last idiom, and then we'll continue on to the next slide, okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. To touch is to touch or to touch?
To touch.
To touch. To touch. Yeah.
Like to
We
Mhm.
read it.
Oh, we did read it. To touch
We did
base,
read
right? Mhm.
it. Could you repeat? We did read it.
We read it or we already have read it. Mhm.
Okay. We
We could do
read
either one.
it
Mhm.
or we already. Okay. We read it. Okay. We already have read it. Okay.
Mhm.
When you need to use red like como rojo, como red de color.
So that's color, right? That's a color and that's spelled red, red.
Uh-huh.
And then so this it's confusing to read. So it's pronounced in present tense read, right? To read. But in past tense you it's spelled the same. You just say red like the color.
Okay, so just the sound is red, but
Hmm.
you need to type
It's
the
hmm
completely word.
yeah, it's
The
spelt the
complete word.
same. It's just the pronunciation is different. So the context, you have to know the context of like for example, yesterday I read my book for an hour. Or
Okay.
tomorrow I will read the my book for an hour. So it's just your context and how you use it. So it could be a little confusing.
Mhm.
You just need to know, you have to have those key words, like for example, yesterday or this morning or last week, and then you'll know to say read instead of read.
Right.
Mhm. So
Okay.
it can be a little different. I know we read just the meaning of to touch base, but we didn't do the examples. So let's read the example here. Mhm.
Okay. I'll touch base with him after the meeting about the you said memo
Memo. Mhm.
memo.
Mhm. So that's like something, a memo could be like a little like for you to remember something to do, the memo. So like for example, oh, he gave me the memo about the meeting tomorrow to remind me, right? So that's what memo is. But for touch base, do you understand what that kind of means for touching base with someone?
Okay. Okay. I'll touch base with him after the meeting about memo. To contact someone to update them or receive. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, like, for example, today I actually used this idiom. So, my friend texted me and she was like, "Can we talk Sunday? And what time can you?" And I said, "Yes, but tomorrow I will touch base with you to let you know what time we can talk." Okay.
Okay.
So that's just to inform or to contact someone to let them know maybe something about an update or a time that you can talk with them or something like that. Could you try to use to touch base in a sentence one? This
I
is
don't
the
know.
tricky part. I know it's harder. Whenever my Spanish professors tell me to come up with an example, I'm always like, I don't know. It's harder,
No.
right? You could either
Mm-hmm.
like, for example, your coworker comes in and is like, Juan, after the meeting, can we touch base and go over about the project we need to do? So touch base is to be in contact or to update on information. Or another example could be, let's touch base after next week about the new project.
Okay.
So that one's a
It's
little bit
like
more tricky. Mhm.
I'll I'm I'm waiting information from him, so I'll touch base with him for that.
Yeah, I'll touch base with him once he knows more information,
Okay.
right?
Once he
Hmm.
knows more information. Okay.
So it's usually after the fact, like for you need a little bit more of something, right? Information, or maybe you need more time. So
Mm-hmm.
you're going to touch base with a person after that, right? Hmm.
Okay.
So we'll work on those a little bit more, but those are good idioms to know for business lingo type of thing. All right, now we're going to do some vocabulary
Yeah. Question.
practice.
Question. Can
Uh-huh.
you um can you make me an exam?
An exam
Yeah.
for what?
For
Hmm.
for figure out how to say averiguar. Figure out.
To figure out. You got it. That
Figure
was a
out.
new verb for me in Spanish too. I had my partner help me with
Yeah,
how
my
do you say it?
level in the
Aviguar?
language. Yeah.
Aviguar? Aviguar. Yeah.
Averiguar.
Averiguar. Yeah,
Yeah,
averiguar.
I would like to know of found or find my issues or my mistakes
Mhm.
and fix them.
Yeah, and the thing is, one, too, though, with exams and things like that, you can know your general level, but language learning is kind of it's not linear, right? We're going to make mistakes even when we know things sometimes, just because when you're talking in the moment or listening in the moment,
For example,
sometimes it's
yeah,
hard to
if I
have
am
an
saying something wrong,
mhm,
please tell me,
uh-huh,
and I can repeat again the phrase very well
exactly,
with the
uh-huh.
best pronunciation. And
Yeah,
okay,
exactly. So I that's why I use this chat box here, and I
okay,
usually write the sentences, and if you go to your history, you can actually re-review all of the things that I've typed for you, or you should be able to, I think, and
okay.
look in your chat. So if you ever, after a class, want to go over maybe the things that I corrected in the chat, you can go over that and reread it out loud as well. Okay? Super. All
What
right,
you say?
let's try this. Uh-huh.
Ah, no, I just kidding.
Uh-huh. So we
I
can we can do
not
an exam, a placement exam. But what we're doing right now is going to improve, you're going to improve no matter what with these
okay,
types of lessons, but we can always do an exam, but we'd have to start right at the time and do, cuz they kind of take a long time. So we'd have
yeah,
to
I
get
know.
right down to business and complete it. Okay?
Okay, okay, está bien.
Super.
Digo, it's okay.
Super. Okay, let's continue with this vocabulary practice.
Okay,
So let's read number one. Mhm.
I will kick. I will kick off this meeting by going over the. I will kick off this meeting by over the. Okay. Hmm.
So this word is a word where they put a list
Mhm.
of what the day or the meeting's going to be about.
I will kick off this meeting by going over the. Okay. Can I get a feedback for who will be available on the weekend? No. Can I get a show? No. 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 No.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Can
Go
I
with
get
that
a
one.
show? Can I get a show of hands for who be available on the weekend?
Mhm. That means who can be available? Raise your hand,
Okay.
please. And then can I get a show of hand? Remember, show of hands is just raising your hand and saying
Okay.
like, I agree or I can do that. So that's a show of hands.
Okay.
Mhm.
He
Mhm.
wants to get some feedback from a focus group.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. This meeting will be
It's going to be short. So what's another word for short?
short.
Mhm. Or not a long amount of time, a short amount of time.
Okay. I will kick off this meeting. Nos sobran dos. ¿Cuántos son? Ah, ok, son tres. Tres y dos. Tres. Okay. I will kick off this meeting by going over the agenda.
Mhm.
Okay.
Very good.
This meeting will be brief
Mhm.
since I will touch base with all the individually
Yep.
this week. Okay.
Exactly. Very good. Excellent. Do you have any questions about any of these or
No.
no, good. Yeah, you just have to it's just about memorization with some of these, right? It can be hard. Don't worry. I know how it is. Okay. Let's look at this. So we have collaborate, decide, update. So can you read one?
Collaborate, decide, update. Meetings are a great, no, are a great, no, great,
Yeah. Mhm. You got it.
great.
All right, great
Meetings are
way.
a great way for employees to collaborate on ideas for management to relay decisions. or for clients or vendors to get updates.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you attend meetings? How often are they in English? Mhm.
So let's do the first part first.
Okay.
So how often do you attend meetings?
In average, um, seven or no, 6 or seven meetings during or in a normal day.
Oh, in a day.
In a
7
day,
meetings a day.
probably, or sometimes
Whoa.
more.
That's a lot. Dang.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Okay. I've never heard that response before. It's usually like once a day, once a week. So 7 times a day.
It
Wow.
depends, but lately 6 or 7.
Wow. That's kind of stressful, huh?
Mhm.
Okay. Let's look at the
Yeah.
second one. Uh huh.
How often are they in English? Anyone, or yeah,
Never.
anyone.
All
Never.
of them?
Okay. Never. Yeah, all of them.
So every single meeting is in English.
Yeah. Could you repeat? Never.
So never is like they're never in English. They're always in Spanish. Or
Just Spanish.
okay, so how often when you answer this, how often are they in English? You can respond they are never in
They are
English.
never. Okay.
They
They
are
are never.
always in Spanish.
They are always in Spanish.
Mhm. Because some companies, I have some students where they have some meetings in their native language, and then when it's a bigger meeting, they have it in English. So it's kind of it depends on the company.
Okay. Yeah, it depends.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, let's look at this last one before we go. And I'm going to put in our chat slide
How
8.
formal? How formal are the meetings you usually attend? Okay. How formal? Uh, Very formal, but it depends because
Mhm.
if we are a lot of people in the same meeting,
Mhm.
but sometimes we have just uh, a little or some, how do you say, dudas, doubts,
Doubts. Mhm.
some doubts, and you can check just with someone. So that kind of meeting is not very formal.
Okay. All right.
That
So it
I
just
know very formal.
yeah, exactly. So, some meetings that are formal usually have like agenda and like it's usually like led by someone and it's more of like you have paperwork or something like that. So that's
Mhm.
usually formal. Very good. Okay. All right, we got just a little bit of time. So let's do this last part of it.
Are they with colleagues? Colleague is colleagues or colleagues? Colleagues. Colleague.
Colleagues.
Colleagues. Are they
Mhm.
with colleagues or with people from outside your business, such as clients or suppliers? Mm, yes, that's usual. Sometimes.
So which one's usual? Only colleagues, people from outside the business, or
Okay. Okay.
clients?
Colleagues.
Colleagues. Very good. Excellent. So they're usually with colleagues. Very
With
good.
colleagues.
Excellent. Okay, let's do this last one. We only have a minute, but what kind of meetings are there? Are they? Sorry, what kinds
Uh-huh.
of meetings?
Sales meetings, briefings. Could you repeat me what's mean brief?
Briefings, so this is different from brief. Brief can mean a short amount of time, right? Briefings are usually like going over things that you need to improve or something that's urgent, right? Or in the morning, right? It's a briefing before you begin your work
Ah,
day.
okay, yeah.
hmm
Negotiations.
That's like
Okay.
with another person outside of your business and you're negotiating like a deal or maybe like some sort of collaboration type of thing
Collaborations.
where you work with someone or another business. All right, Juan, it's about to cut us off, but we'll come back to this last question in our next class,
Okay,
okay? All right,
please.
Juan, I'll see you next time. Have a good night.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.